After
Finally,
Finally,
it's
our
the day,
Okay,
Alright,
today's
so
the last discussion.
last discussion. Finally, okay, as usual, as what we have done in all videos, we're going to introduce ourselves.
Once again.
Yeah,
For the last time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, start with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Noridana Binti Johar. My metric number is 179216, and I'm from Faculty of Economics and Management.
Okay, hi everyone. For the last time, my name is Marzuli Muhtar. I'm from Faculty of Economic and Management. My mentor number is 177097.
Okay, hi, my name is Siti Nukarunisa binti Alias and my matrix number is 180109. I'm also from Faculty of Economics and Management.
Hi, my name is Tao Fong Yi and my metric number is 178499. Same faculty.
Okay.
Okay, hi, my name is Nadiha Muslim. My metric number is 179602. Also from the Faculty Economics and Management. Yeah.
Okay, hi. My name is Nurul Ain Muhammad Nasir. My metric number is 162356, and I'm from different faculty, Faculty of Computer Science.
Okay, so we all been through the process to know each of the books we already discussed. We already fulfilled the requirements, and we also discussed about the first book and the upcoming books before this, right? So the last things that we need to do is actually first we're going to share our experience reading the 3 books. From the first book, which is what is the first book? The Fault in Our Stars. Okay. The second book, Twilight Saga, and the last book is Alice in Wonderland. Okay, I think for Alice in Wonderland is very fresh in our mind, right? Compared to the Fault in Our Star, I think the first week of the discussion, after 14 weeks, go through the discussion. Alright, so from that 3 books, we need to share about the strength and also the weakness. Just try to justify for ourselves the strength and weakness about the books. And then finally, we are going to choose one of the book where we are going to recommend to others to read the book with a justification. So I think we can just, if somebody said this, it's fine. If somebody said other books, it's just fine. Just give a justification, okay? Okay, so let's start with the first book. The Fault in Our Stars.
Fault in Our Star.
I want to share experience.
I start with
Okay,
the sharing first lah. And actually this book taught us a lot the life lessons, and then I think that this is the strengthness of this novel because it really taught a lot about the life lesson. And the first lesson and the most important lesson that impressed me is you are not defined by your illness. Even though the main characters got the illness, what illness already?
Cancer.
Even though they know they have this disease, and then they also didn't give up their life and try to fight against the disease. And then this most impressed me lah. And for those for like us now, we have lucky enough to have a healthy childhood, and this novel can teach us about to remember the person, everyone that around us, and appreciate all the things that we have now. And then and the second lesson is we can't always get what we want. Apparently this world is not fair. It's not fair enough, because when we born out, some is healthy and some is unhealthy, and some is rich some is poor, and this cannot say unfair lah. Is most important is the health, our health. That even though this world is not fair enough, but we need to learn the main characters to become
Strong.
determined or strong enough and perseverance enough to fight against what difficulties that we met. not depressed or not depressed. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what else?
I think I want to add some point, which is this novel teaches on how to be strong. Like Hazel, who she lost her boyfriend at the end of the story, and in our lives, in whatever happen in our life, we must keep going and we must stay positive by doing our
Life.
our life our life. And also this novel also teach us on how we should be grateful, because in this novel it teaches us that we should be grateful that we have healthy physical compared to those who suffer from cancer. And then things will never work out on how you imagine, and that is okay. In this novel, Augustus and Hazel plans were foiled, and their trip to Amsterdam to meet their favorite author, the roller coaster of their illness, and even Isaac dealt with in his breakup. But ultimately, this is not always a bad thing, and it is a tough lesson to learn for everyone. So no matter how much you plan ahead, the universe doesn't have a copy of your calendar.
Yes. And the weakness of the story is got weakness, right? Got weakness or not? The
I think the weakness is the ending.
the sad ending.
Yeah, the ending is just tell us that who's that? Hazel, she can go with her life even her boyfriend is already died. But I wish I want to
Have a happy ending.
Live together,
Live
love,
together,
something like that, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I think
That's
the
enough
story-
for book
Yeah,
1, right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's
We
move
should
on
get
to book 2, okay, which is the Twilight Saga. You want to start?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. The first thing that I found about this book, which is written by Stephanie Meyer, which the strength of the book is the plot written is very interesting, where readers will always wait from the first book until the last book, because the character, the plot, how the writer write the story are very interesting. Because we will always get curious. Okay, what will happen next to Bella? What will happen? Because it's about a supernatural love between a human and also a vampire. So what do you think?
I think, yeah, I agree with Nisa. That is the strength of this book. And to add more with the supernatural things, I think that is the most creative part, which make the readers interested to read this book. Because it's something like supernatural, a ghost, like for us, what, Dracula, something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Vampire, Dracula, vampire. Sorry, vampire is something that's scary, but Stephanie Meyer make that as a very heroic things. I think in that books. Yeah.
How she described the
Somehow
character.
The character, how she described the character have their own supernatural power,
Yeah.
something like that. And
Makes the reader fell in love with the character.
yes, very love the character, and also with the love scene in the novel, it seems that Edward Cullen and Bella Swan are very matched together, a very sweet couple, and they are two in love with each other, and that makes the characters, the both characters, more stronger to each other. Okay. About the weakness of this novel, for me, I think during the discussion I also repeat this similar idea, which is it's very awkward, to see like Edward Cullen stare at Bella in the room, and then although Bella is too love with Edward Cullen, it's just okay with that.
But it's creepy.
it's creepy too, and it's not good to lesson for
Yeah.
teenagers, for us to to be like that. So it's very bad
Yeah.
teaching.
I agree with the weakness because as we read the books, majority of us will follow how the characters do. But
Mm-mm.
for this book, I advise you do not follow how Edward
And Bella
yes.
act, right? Okay.
So just take a good lesson and leave the bad things. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the
Book
third
three.
book.
Third
Book three.
book. So
Alice in Wonderland.
the third book is Alice in the Wonderland. Actually, it is a fantasy novel and also a nonsense.
Nonsense.
Yeah, nonsense genre. So the strength, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's strength of this book. Actually, we can see that actually Alice is struggle physical and emotionally when actually at the chapter 2 lah. Okay, actually about she maintained her size to enter the small door, which is actually led to beautiful garden. Actually, for me, it teach us to how to endure the challenge to means to achieve our goal, which is Alice goals is want to get in the beautiful garden, but still have a problem like the size is not maintained. And for me, actually it challenge creativity, and actually it have a different perception because everyone have different perception. So when Alice enter this Wonderlands, even she is only 7 years old, but she need to think to act like adult. So actually she need to think more matured and how to overcome every problem. So I think this book is really good. Yeah. And the weakness.
And the weakness for me is too fantasy. So we need it's challenge the creativity. Yes, that's the good part. But the on the other side, it's too much cruelty and
Heavy, very
heavy
good.
for the children. So I will not recommend this one to children, of course, because it's teach us something. The children take the bad one easily. So this one of the example on this book is about the Alice follow the rabbit, even though she knows that she should not follow the rabbit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, I think let us choose which is the best book where we can recommend others to read it. Okay, we start with mine.
My one, the first book, The Fault in Our Star.
Okay. What about Diham?
Yeah, I think also the Fault in
The
Our
Fault in
Stars.
Our Stars. For you?
Same.
Oh, same too.
Okay. But I like the Twilight.
Oh. So Nisa choose Twilight.
Okay.
Okay. I want to choose Twilight, but because of the bad, influence.
I know you
So-
very had that.
So I choose book 1 too. What about Diane?
I also choose book 1, The Fault in Our Stars, because
For Nisa. Right.
Then why we want justify?
Justification. Okay, because of only Nisa,
Yeah.
did you choose one? Why you're justified?
Okay. I didn't say that the book 1 is bad. The book 1 is also good. But I more interest to second book, which is Twilight, because the books have many plot and also have many edition of books, so make me more interesting to read. So-
Because it's a
So
series.
okay, I also want to know why you choose the book 1.
Okay. For me, I think it's very light, like compared to second book heavy because of supernatural. So book 1 is easier to churn, understand about the storyline and everything, and the lesson is good too. Survival, cancer survival. Okay.
And then
because the novel is about the teenagers, so it is familiar with
Yeah. So
and then for me it's really close to our reality life.
same what with what Diane said and we said. Okay.
So we doesn't focus on only one thing about rich or healthy, but we also focus on what they are feeling, the disease one feeling.
Okay, but the difference between these two is actually for our start only one book, right?
Yes.
Twilight have a series of
Series,
books,
yes.
so maybe we can recommend others if they like a series book. We can recommend Twilight, okay?
Alright, okay.
But for now, I think since the
Fault in Our
majority,
Star.
the plot. So maybe we can recommend others The Fault in Our Star, right? Okay. Any other words?
No more.
No more. Okay. Oh, very sad, right? This is the last discussion. Okay, so let's wrap up for the whole Lex. Bye bye.
Bye.